Hey, what's up guys? Wrestling Reviews 94 back again with another video, and in this video I will be reviewing two separate shows. I will be reviewing this show right here, ECW One Night Stand 2005, as well as Ring of Honor SoCal Showdown. But I'll start off with ECW One Night Stand because I know a lot of people, don't watch independent wrestling. So, and also this is a continuation of my reviews from every single WWE pay-per-view on the year 2005. If you want to see all the reviews I did before this one, including WrestleMania 21 and whatnot, you can head on over to Wrestling Reviews 94 blog. The link will be in the description box if you want to see the rest of the reviews. But what a fantastic event. This is the most fun I had watching one show. This pay-per-view was truly great. You don't have to know anything about ECW. Hell, you probably don't even have to like ECW to know that this show was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, time went by so fast watching this because you had so much fun. But yeah, let's review this match by match. The opener we had was Lance Storm versus Chris Jericho, and Lance Storm was accompanied to the ring by Dawn Marie. This was a good opener. Jericho and Storm broke into the business together. They met in the dungeon, the Hart family dungeon. You can read all about that in Chris Jericho's book. They had a lot of chemistry, you can tell, in the ring. They've had hundreds of matches together, whether it be in tag team or singles. This was a good match. You had a run-in by Lance, just incredible. And Credible cost Jericho the match, and because Credible and Storm were a tag team in ECW, so Lance Storm got the win, and this was his last professional wrestling match ever. So yeah, if you're a big Lance Storm fan, this is very important to have into your collection. Three-way dance, Super Crazy versus Tajiri versus Little Guido. Little Guido was accompanied by all of the FBI. Tajiri was accompanied by Sinister Minister and Mikey Whipwreck. If you don't know who Sinister Minister is, it's James Mitchell from TNA, the manager of Abyss. This was insane. I mean, Super Crazy is legitimately super crazy. He did like a moonsault from the balcony onto the FBI. It was so crazy. I mean, this is what really was a good... I mean, a lot of people base ECW for just being hardcore. No, this is legitimate, true, like, lucha libre kind of stuff. Cruiserweight, X Division, whatever you want to call it. It was so good. 3.25 star. I believe Super Crazy won this match. But yeah, very, very good match. Rey Mysterio versus Psichosis. Another good match. I mean, all these matches were very solid. I enjoyed them all. Not one match did I not enjoy. Now, Psichosis took off his mask before the match started, and people didn't like that because I think that was the first time he's ever shown his face in North America or something like that. But this was a very good match. Yeah, I didn't like the beginning of it. It was more like typical wrestling, but it started getting like a lucha libre feel. But it was overall very, very good. Rey Mysterio got the win. I noticed that ECW fans are like, they don't like the 619. Every time he did it in the show, they just booed him. But yeah, Mysterio won. I really liked this match. 3.25 star. Now I'm not. Oh yeah. Then we see RVD come out and Bill Alfonso, and they're cutting a shoot because WWE invaded this pay-per-view. They had a bunch of heels up there. Edge, not Chris Jericho, Edge, Christian, you had Kurt Angle, JBL, all these, the heels on Raw and SmackDown were up in the balcony section, and he was just ripping them a new asshole, and RVD just talking about, he was basically just shooting on the WWE and just saying how it really sucked that he couldn't wrestle because he had a knee injury. So Rhino comes out, he gores RVD, and then the lights go out. Sabu, lights come on. Sabu's there, and then that starts the match. Sabu versus Rhino. Good match. This is probably the weakest match of the night, but you know what? It was still pretty enjoyable. Sabu got the win. And RVD, it was so sick. RVD pinned Rhino onto a table, and then Sabu jumped off, and I don't know what they called it, Arabian Brainbuster or something like that. Not Arabian Brainbuster, but something Arabian. And he put the chair under him, and then just splashed onto Rhino, got the win. It was so sick. But yeah, 2.5 stars. You know, it was a good match. Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit. Another very good match. You know, I thought it would have been a little bit better. I mean, Eddie Guerrero just seemed off his game. You know, this was around the time that in a few months he would tragically pass away, so maybe he was not in the right place. But yeah, good match. I think Chris Benoit won. I'm not quite sure about that. I really don't remember this, guys. I have a terrible memory. But yeah, good match. 3.25 star. Now Paul Heyman came out. He was shooting on the WWE, ripped the guys a new asshole. I mean, this crowd was friggin' awesome, man. This is the best crowd I've ever seen for a pay-per-view. And you know, he just thanked everybody, and yeah, just he shooted on like Eric Bischoff and Edge. It was so funny. But yeah, then we move on to match of the night: Mike Awesome versus Masato Tanaka. Awesome match. Awesome, Mike Awesome. There was a lot of heat on him because he left ECW to go to WCW while he was ECW World Champion. Joey Styles hated this guy, but you know what? This is so crazy. So many table spots, so many chair spots. I mean, this is legitimately what a spot fest is. But it was so awesome. 4 stars, guys. You have to watch that match. And then we had the main event: Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman versus Bubba and Devon Dudley, the Dudley Boys. Now this wasn't. It started off weird. The BWO came out, and then they were attacking, and then Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten came out, and then there was a scuffle there, and then finally, when that cleared, the match finally began. But it was so crazy. I mean, there was cheese graters, tables, you know, signs, and then you had Francine run in, and then Beulah run in. It was so crazy. But Dreamer and Sandman got the win. 3.5 stars. Very good match. And then the conclusion. Stone Cold comes out. He invites all the ECW guys out for a beer. And then he invites down the Crusaders, what they were called, the WWE Crusaders, to come down. They came down, got their ass whooped. This is where JBL beat up the Blue Meanie, like legitimate, had heat with Meanie and just busted his nose. It was crazy. But yeah, the pay-per-view ended. They did some finishers on Bischoff, threw him out of the building, and had a beer bash. But yeah, guys, overall, ECW One Night Stand 2005, 9.5 out of 10. This is probably one of the best wrestling shows you will ever see in your life. I guarantee it. Definitely pick this up. Ring of Honor SoCal Showdown. You know, good pay-per-view or good show, whatever you want to call it. Colt Cabana and El Generico versus Scott Lost and Scorpio Sky. I'll just say this, the undercard was very weak. I mean, this was a good opener. Cabana and Generico got the win, but, you know, I mean, throughout the night, it seemed like something was missing. There wasn't a lot of action going on, not a lot of spots. Anything goes match, Erick Stevens versus Necro Butcher, nothing special at all. 2 stars for that match. 2 3/4 for the opener. Pick 6 match. Roderick Strong versus Delirious. This is where it started picking up. This was a good match. Roderick Strong won the match. Very, very good match. 3 1/4. If I don't go into detail with this, it's because I don't know much about Ring of Honor, so I apologize. Pick 6 series match. Tyler Black versus Joey Ryan. This was an okay match. 2 3/4. Black got the win. You know, I mean, for this show, the card looked great, but in my opinion, it just did not deliver. Jerry Lynn versus Kenny King. Kenny King took out Jerry Lynn in 2009, and this was Lynn's return match. It was alright. 2 3/4 once again. Pick 6 series match. Kevin Steen versus Human Tornado. The thing I don't like about Kevin Steen is there's too much comedy with him. He does too much talking and not enough wrestling for me, and that's what hurt his matches. You know, this would have been an excellent match if he concentrated on the match itself, but yeah, Kevin Steen won, 3 stars. And then we have 2 4-star matches, one being Austin Aries versus Jushin Thunder Liger. Awesome match, very, very good. And the American Wolves and the Kings of Wrestling versus the Briscoes and the Young Bucks, 4 1/4. Awesome main event. This is probably the best 8-man tag I've ever seen. I'm sorry for like rushing this one, but I don't know how much time this is on. So yeah, guys. Overall, ROH SoCal Showdown, 7.75 out of 10. Not really impressive, but I will be reviewing every single Ring of Honor show from this year, so just stay tuned for that. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you guys later.